Oh my god, viewers, can you even believe what just went down? Khamzat, the unstoppable Chechen wolf of the UFC, absolutely exploding in rage at Ilia Topuria right in the heart of the White House. Yes, you heard that right, the freaking White House. Picture this, a room full of dignitaries, Secret Service agents lurking in the shadows, and two of the most ferocious fighters on the planet locked in a verbal war that could ignite World War III. It all started with one provocative question from Ilia that pushed Khamzat over the edge, shattering the fragile peace of what was supposed to be a historic UFC celebration. But wait, whispers from insider sources say this wasn't just a random clash. It was a calculated betrayal years in the making, with hidden agendas and personal vendettas bubbling under the surface. Hearts pounding, fists clenched, Khamzat's eyes turned to fire as he snapped, unleashing a tirade that left everyone gasping. Is this the end of their rivalry, or the spark of something far more dangerous? You won't believe the leaked footage that's about to drop, but hold on tight because if you think this is wild, the real madness is just beginning. What secret did Ilia uncover that made Khamzat lose it completely? Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up because we're diving headfirst into the explosive backstory of Khamzat and Ilia Topuria, two UFC titans whose paths have been destined for destruction from the very start. Khamzat, the relentless boars from Chechnya, burst onto the scene like a hurricane in 2020, smashing opponents with a ferocity that made legends tremble. Remember his 17-second knockout that sent shockwaves through the MMA world? But beneath that unbreakable exterior lies a man haunted by betrayal, from his early days fleeing war-torn regions to building an empire in the octagon, only to face whispers of doubt from rivals who envy his unbreakable spirit. Ilia Topuria, the Georgian-Spanish phenom known as El Matador, isn't far behind in the drama stakes. He's the cocky underdog who clawed his way to featherweight gold, with a trash talk game sharper than a blade. But oh, the tension between these two? It's been simmering like a volcano ready to erupt, fueled by cryptic social media jabs and behind-the-scenes grudges that date back to their overlapping training circles. Flashback to 2022. Khamzat was on a tear, undefeated and untouchable, when Ilia first threw shade in a post-fight interview, questioning Khamzat's true warrior heart after a controversial weight miss that nearly derailed his career. Fans erupted in fury, but Khamzat stayed silent until now. Insider leaks from UFC training camps reveal that Ilia has been harboring resentment ever since Khamzat allegedly snubbed him at a private event in Dubai, where egos clashed over who was the real future of the sport. It was like watching two alphas circle each other, an anonymous cornerman told us, his voice trembling with the memory. But wait, there's more heartbreak. Khamzat's rise wasn't without pain, plagued by health scares and visa issues that left him isolated, fighting not just opponents, but his own demons. Ilia, on the other hand, built his persona on bravado, but sources say he's driven by a deep-seated insecurity from being overlooked in his early career, leading to explosive outbursts that mask his vulnerabilities. Now, fast forward to the White House madness. What was meant to be a triumphant UFC delegation, honoring champions at a presidential summit on sports diplomacy, turned into a powder keg. President Biden himself invited top fighters, including Khamzat and Ilia, to discuss global unity through MMA. But beneath the polished smiles and handshakes lurked old wounds. Fake leaked emails from UFC brass show frantic attempts to keep the two apart, with one exec writing, "If they cross paths, it's Armageddon." Khamzat arrived with his signature intensity, eyes scanning the room like a predator, while Ilia strutted in with that smug grin, whispering to aides about exposing frauds. The air was thick with anticipation. Fans on social media were already buzzing, posting memes of the two as gladiators in the Oval Office. But no one could predict the heartbreak ahead. Khamzat, still reeling from a recent loss that shattered his invincibility myth, was vulnerable. Ilia, fresh off a title defense, smelled blood. As the event unfolded, tensions mounted. Khamzat's team confided in us that he's been battling personal betrayals, including a fallout with former mentors who sided with Ilia in secret. "It's not just about fighting, it's about loyalty," one insider gasped. Ilya, meanwhile, has been accused of stirring pots online, liking tweets that mocked Khamzat's heritage. The background is a web of revenge. Khamzat once vowed to crush anyone who doubts me, while Ilya retorted in a podcast, "Some wolves are just sheep in disguise." This wasn't random. It was inevitable, a collision of egos forged in fire. But hold your breath, because as the provocative question loomed, the real storm was about to break. What if this White House blow-up uncovers a conspiracy that could end careers? Viewers, prepare yourselves for the heart-pounding core of this nightmare, the major conflict that exploded like a bomb in the White House corridors, turning a diplomatic dream into utter chaos. It all ignited during a high-stakes press conference in the East Room, where Khamzat and Ilya were seated mere feet apart, the air crackling with unspoken fury. Secret Service agents eyed them warily, but no one could stop the inevitable. Ilya, with that devilish smirk, leaned into the mic during Q&A and dropped the provocative bomb. "Khamzat, you've talked big about being a warrior for your people, but isn't it true you've been dodging real fights, hiding behind excuses while real champions like me step up?" The room froze. Khamzat's face twisted in rage, his fists balling so tight veins popped like lightning bolts. "You dare question my honor in this sacred place?" he roared, his voice echoing off the historic walls, sending chills down everyone's spine. The betrayal cut deep. Khamzat, already simmering from Ilya's past digs, felt this as a dagger to the heart. Eyewitnesses from the event leaked to us that Khamzat lunged forward, only stopped by UFC President Dana White's frantic intervention. "It was pure panic," one aide whispered. "We thought fists would fly right there, with the president watching." Fake leaked audio clips circulating on underground forums capture Khamzat's tirade. "You little rat, Ilya. You've been spreading lies about me for years, betraying the code of fighters." Ilya's response? A cold laugh that masked his own rising panic, but sources say his hands were shaking under the table. The emotional intensity was off the charts. Khamzat's eyes welled with angry tears, reliving every betrayal from his past, while Ilya feigned confidence, but insiders reveal he was heartbroken over Khamzat's accusations, feeling like his own rise was being undermined. As the confrontation escalated, the White House turned into a battlefield. Khamzat snapped further, accusing Ilya of leaking false stories to tabloids about his health struggles, screaming, "You've crossed a line that can't be uncrossed. Revenge is coming." The crowd gasped as security swarmed, but not before Ilya fired back. "Prove it in the octagon, coward." Fake social media posts from that moment exploded. Ilya's team allegedly tweeted a cryptic emoji storm, while Khamzat's brother posted a veiled threat. Family doesn't forget. The drama didn't stop there. Leaked messages from a group chat of UFC fighters show panic spreading. "This is bad. Khamzat's unhinged. Ilya's provoking war." Hearts raced as Dana White pulled them apart, but the tension lingered like a storm cloud. But oh, the first twist that shattered everything. Hold on to your seats. Just as things seemed to calm, a fake insider report dropped like a grenade. Ilya's provocative question wasn't spontaneous. It was fed to him by a mysterious source within Khamzat's own camp. Yes, betrayal from the inside. Leaked emails reveal a disgruntled trainer, furious over unpaid dues, whispered dirt to Ilya hours before the event. "This changes everything," a UFC exec gasped in a recorded call we obtained. Khamzat, upon hearing whispers of this, exploded anew in a private room, punching a wall in heartbreak. "My own people sold me out?" Ilya's reaction? Smug at first, but then panic set in as he realized he might have been a pawn in a larger game. The suspense builds. Fans on site reported Khamzat storming out, vowing vengeance not just on Ilya, but on the traitor. What if this internal sabotage uncovers a web of corruption in UFC ranks? The White House madness just got darker, with emotions boiling over into pure chaos. But wait, this is only the beginning of the nightmare. Keep watching, because the escalation will leave you breathless. The drama doesn't stop, folks. It's accelerating like a freight train off the rails, plunging deeper into betrayal and heartbreak that could tear the UFC apart forever. After Khamzat's explosive snap, The White House fallout spread like wildfire, with leaked videos hitting social media within minutes, showing Khamzat's veins bulging as he towered over Ilya, screaming obscenities that echoed through the halls of power. "You've awakened the beast," Khamzat bellowed, his voice laced with raw anger, while Ilya, cornered and sweating, shot back with venom. "You're finished. Your secrets are out." Panic ensued as Secret Service agents formed a human wall, but the emotional toll was devastating. Khamzat later confided to a close friend, via leaked texts, that he felt betrayed by the sport I love, his heart shattered into pieces. Ilya, meanwhile, was seen pacing furiously, muttering about revenge, his bravado cracking under the weight of Khamzat's accusations. As the controversy ballooned, fake Twitter threads erupted. One viral chain from a supposed UFC insider detailed how Ilya's question stemmed from a deep fake dossier, alleging Khamzat's involvement in shady international dealings, tying back to his Chechen roots. This isn't just fighter beef, it's geopolitical madness, the thread screamed, garnering millions of views. Celebrity responses poured in. Conor McGregor tweeted cryptically, "Wolves eat matadors for breakfast. Watch your back, Ilya," fueling the fire. Industry backlash was swift. Sponsors threatened to pull out, with one energy drink brand leaking a statement, "We can't associate with this chaos." The tension mounted as Dana White held an emergency presser, his face pale with panic. This White House invite was meant for unity. Now it's a war zone. But Khamzat's camp fired back with fake leaked voicemails, accusing Ilya of orchestrating a smear campaign to steal his spotlight. Now, the shocking reveal that flips the script entirely. Brace yourselves. In a bombshell twist, anonymous sources dropped evidence that the provocative question was actually masterminded by a high-ranking White House official with ties to UFC lobbying. Yes, you read that right. A political puppet master pulling strings to create drama for headlines, using Ilya as the unwitting mouthpiece. Leaked memos we obtained show the official emailing Ilya. "Ask this. Stir the pot for maximum exposure." Khamzat's reaction? Utter devastation, as he realized this wasn't personal beef, but a orchestrated hit job. "I've been played like a fool," he raged in a private video call, tears of betrayal streaming down his face. Ilya, upon discovering he was manipulated, exploded in panic. "They used me. Now Khamzat wants my head." The narrative shattered. Fans gasped as social media lit up with theories of a government UFC conspiracy. Celebrity endorsements turned vicious. Jake Paul mocked both, saying, "White House clowns, fight me instead." The backlash intensified, with news platforms like ESPN running headlines, "UFC White House scandal, fighters as pawns." But the suspense doesn't end here. The reveal raises terrifying new questions. Who is this shadowy official, and what deeper agenda lurks? Is Khamzat's career in jeopardy from international fallout? Ilya's heartbreak deepens as allies abandon him, whispering of revenge plots. The drama is spiraling out of control, with emotions at a fever pitch, anger boiling into hatred, betrayal festering like an open wound. Viewers, the internet is on fire. Absolute pandemonium as the Khamzat-Ilya White House blowup sends shockwaves through social media, dividing fans into warring camps and leaving the UFC industry reeling in horror. Twitter exploded first, with hashtag White House Madness trending worldwide, racking up billions of impressions as fake fan debates raged. "Khamzat's a beast. Ilya crossed the line," screamed one side, while Ilya's supporters fired back. "He's exposing the fraud." Khamzat's fragile ego shattered. Leaked screenshots of fan groups show heartbreak on full display. Khamzat loyalists posting crying emojis, vowing boycotts if justice isn't served, while Ilya's fans shared memes of Khamzat as a crying wolf, fueling the tension to unbearable levels. Celebrity reactions poured in like gasoline on flames. Khabib Nurmagomedov, Khamzat's mentor figure, dropped a cryptic Instagram story. "Honor above all. Betrayal will be punished," sending chills through the community. On the flip side, Sean O'Malley sided with Ilya, tweeting, "Provocative? Nah, that's truth. Khamzat's dodging smoke." The division deepened as news reports from TMZ and Bleacher Report amplified the chaos. UFC stars clash at White House, Careers on the line, one headline blared, with insiders leaking that sponsors are panicking, pulling ads worth millions. Fake Reddit threads dissected every angle, with users uncovering evidence of past slights. One post with 50K upvotes claimed Ilya's question hinted at Khamzat's alleged ties to controversial figures, sparking global outrage. The emotional intensity is palpable, fans confessing in comments, "This betrayal broke my heart. Khamzat's my hero," while others rage, "Ilya's a snake. Revenge is sweet." Industry backlash hit hard. Dana White appeared on a podcast, voice trembling. "This is a nightmare. Our sport's integrity is crumbling." Fighters like John Jones weighed in. White House drama? That's next-level betrayal. Stay tuned for fallout. Social media algorithms pushed the frenzy, with TikTok videos recreating the snap going viral, amassing views that could crash servers. But the haters clashed with supporters in epic threads. Khamzat's unhinged, lock him up, versus Ilya's brave, exposing the truth. The panic spread to international news, with European outlets tying it to geopolitical tensions, leaving everyone on edge. Yet, amid the storm, a controversial statement from a fake UFC commissioner leak fueled more fire. If this escalates, bans are coming. No one is safe. The suspense builds as divisions harden, with fans begging for resolution but dreading the heartbreak. What side are you on, viewers? This isn't just drama. It's a war that's tearing hearts apart. But hold tight, because the final twist will shatter everything you thought you knew. Oh no! Viewers, just when you thought the betrayal couldn't cut any deeper, the final twist drops like a nuclear bomb, rewriting the entire nightmare and leaving us all in utter shock and desperation. Leaked from a high-level whistleblower within the UFC, evidence surfaces that the White House official who manipulated Ilya wasn't acting alone. They were bankrolled by a shadowy rival promotion aiming to sabotage UFC's dominance. Yes, a conspiracy from the outside, using Khamzat and Ilya as unwitting pawns in a billion-dollar war for MMA supremacy. Khamzat, upon hearing this bombshell via a frantic call from his manager, collapsed in heartbreak. "Everything I fought for, destroyed by greed." His voice cracked with raw emotion, as insiders describe him pacing in rage, vowing eternal revenge. "I'll expose them all, even if it ends me." Ilya's reaction? Pure panic and betrayal, as he realized his provocative question ignited a fire that could burn his career to ashes. "They used us like weapons," he screamed in a leaked audio rant, his confidence shattered into fragments of doubt. The emotional whirlwind intensifies. Anger morphs into a vengeful storm, with both fighters now united in horror against a common enemy. But trust? That's obliterated. Fake documents we obtained show wire transfers linking the official to this rival group, complete with emails plotting. Let the wolves tear each other apart. UFC falls. The suspense is agonizing. Fans gasp as theories explode. Is Dana White involved? Could this lead to federal investigations? But the drama isn't over. It's festering, with hints of more leaks on the horizon. Khamzat's team whispers of a secret meeting planned, where alliances could form or shatter forever. Ilya, in a moment of vulnerability, posted a vague story. Truth hurts, but lies kill. Hearts pound as the cliffhanger looms. What if the next revelation implicates global power players, dragging the White House into an international scandal? The tension is unbearable, revenge plots simmer, betrayals deepen, and no one knows who's next. Stay tuned, because this madness is far from resolved. The Real explosion is coming, and it could change everything. Viewers, if your heart is still racing from this White House whirlwind of betrayal, rage, and shocking twists, smash that like button right now. Let's get this video to 1 million views and show the world we're hooked on the drama. Subscribe immediately if you haven't already, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next explosive update. Trust me, the fallout from Khamzat and Ilya's snap is just heating up, and I'll be here breaking it all down with exclusive leaks and insider scoops. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Whose side are you on, Khamzat's vengeful wolf pack or Ilya's bold matador crew? Do you think the conspiracy goes all the way to the top, or is this just fighter ego gone wild? Spill the tea. What's your wildest theory on the next twist? Your comments fuel the fire, so let's debate. Is Khamzat justified in his snap, or did Ilya's question expose a fraud? And hey, if this story broke your heart like it did mine, share this video with every UFC fan you know. Let's make it go viral and demand answers. Tease alert. In the next episode, we'll dive into potential octagon revenge matches and more leaked scandals that could end careers. You won't want to miss it. Thanks for watching, legends. Stay dramatic, stay engaged, and I'll see you in the comments.